Welcome to today's Explainer, where we are diving into a manifesto that proposes a completely radical shift in our digital world. We're looking at SaaS Coop. It's an initiative focused on something the modern tech market has, honestly, almost entirely forgotten: total technological sovereignty and independence, built by and for the people.
I want you to start by asking yourself this: what if people were actually the biggest asset in tech? It's a profound question, and it's the philosophical core of what we're exploring today. Let's face it, right now, most tech platforms are built for one reason and one reason only: maximizing profit. Developers are underpaid, users are totally overcharged, and massive value is concentrated at the very top. This question, it basically forces us to rethink that entire ecosystem.
So, to understand this vision, here's our roadmap for today. We'll cover 1. The tech problem, 2. The SaaS Coop solution, 3. The perpetual fund and total independence, 4. Roadmap, curation to validation, 5. The dignity point, and finally 6. A cooperative future.
Let's jump right into Section 1, the tech problem. There is a stark, fundamental contrast between two models here. On one side, you have traditional tech. This is optimized purely to extract maximum profit for shareholders. And the result? Underpaid creators and overcharged users. It's a tale as old as time. On the flip side, SaaS Coop completely inverts that logic. Their system is designed to maximize people. It guarantees a dignified income for the actual builders and decentralizes that value right back to the community.
Which brings us to Section 2, the SaaS Coop solution.
So, what's their answer to this massive problem? It's a global digital cooperative. SaaS Coop brings people together from all over the world to create open-source, low-cost software-as-a-service solutions for everyone. The ultimate vision here is to build a perennial, human institution that operates completely independently from conventional market pressures.
This whole idea is perfectly summarized by a core tenet in their manifesto. It goes, technology for people, because what we are is our greatest asset. Think about that for a second. It's not the cloud servers, right? It's not the proprietary algorithms. The absolute most valuable asset in sustainable tech is the human being.
Moving on to Section 3, the perpetual fund and total independence. Because as we know, philosophy alone doesn't pay for infrastructure.
The math behind achieving this independence starts with an incredibly accessible number: $1. A global community contributes just around $1 a month, but here's the absolute genius of it. Your dollar today doesn't pay for today's expenses. Instead, it builds the foundation for tomorrow.
So you might be wondering, where does that contribution actually go? Well, 100% of net revenue feeds straight into what they call the perpetual fund. The money accumulated there acts as the principal asset. And the golden rule, the absolute non-negotiable rule, is that it never decreases. It's literally never spent. Instead, the cooperative uses only the future yields generated by this fund to sustain its operations. The system is entirely self-sustaining. Forever.
To protect this fund, SaaSCoop adopts something called historical patience. And we need to take this very seriously, because this is their ultimate shield. Historical patience means an absolute, undeniable refusal of external funding. No venture capital dictating the rules. No artificial rush for massive short-term returns. It is a total rejection of the standard playbook to guarantee 100% independence and absolute community sovereignty.
Now let's look at Section 4, the roadmap from curation to validation.
Their growth roadmap is incredibly methodical. It's divided into clear phases based entirely on member count, not funding rounds. In Phase 1, from 0 to 500 members, the community works to identify the golden problem. You know, those everyday pain points totally ignored by the big market players. Phase 2 moves into prototyping the first solution. And by Phase 3, reaching about 5,000 members, the fund yields actually generate enough to cover 100% of the technological infrastructure.
What really stands out in Phase 2 is how they actually build the minimum viable product. They don't go out and hire some expensive development agency. They rely on sweat equity, voluntary technical contributions from the founding community. It's a low-cost, highly collaborative effort designed specifically to protect and preserve that growing fund.
All of this historical patience, all this groundwork, it converges on one climactic moment: Section 5, the dignity point.
This is Phase 4, the dignity point. This kicks in when the cooperative surpasses 100,000 members. This is the milestone where the entire vision irreversibly crystallizes.
So what does this actually mean in practice?
It means the perpetual fund's yields are finally large enough to support the cooperative's very first formal hire. But instead of exploitative market wages, this person receives a truly dignified income based on their actual cost of living, and it's funded entirely by the yield. It marks the beginning of a full transition to a 100% professional, paid team.
This total transition represents the ultimate victory of the SaaSCoop model. It proves, without a shadow of a doubt, that you can have a top-tier professional development team sustained forever by collective assets without surrendering even an inch of ownership to Wall Street or outside investors. And that brings us to our final section, a cooperative future.
When you strip away the historical patience, the $1 funding model, and the structured roadmaps, the core truth here is undeniable. SaaS Scoop is not just about software, it's about people. The source code? That's simply a tool to return dignity, true independence, and control to the people who actually use and build our digital ecosystem.
So, we'll leave you with the same provocative challenge posed by the manifesto itself. Are you ready to help build the future of cooperative, independent technology? It's a clear invitation to permanently disrupt the extractive status quo. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. As always, think big, stay curious, and we'll catch you next time.